Attention, everybody. The views and opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group, and or their affiliate and supported ministries and or nonprofits. Some of this content may be adult in nature, so please use discretion while watching with children. It's that time. It's Wednesday. And it's the Morning Drive. Good morning. Coming to you live from AMG Studios here in immutable Springfield, Missouri. It's the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay, with your hosts, Matt and Jay. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day, Jay. What do you say?
It's a beautiful day.
It's my Friday. Today's topic, would you rather? And other questions maybe you haven't ever thought about. Tough decisions to make. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
And we're glad to have everybody on board with us today. So we were doing a couple of last-minute little tests on the Morning Mouth studio in there in the other room, implementing a new microphone to hopefully cut down on the room echo there. So again, whenever we start that up, please be patient with us as we will be doing it a certain way that we haven't done before. So
yeah, it's going to be good. We're all right.
Yeah. And I'm going to see while that show is going on next, I'm going to try and see if I can't do something with the green screen while he's on the air.
Yes, because that is going to be good.
Because if I can do that, it's going to be great.
Seamlesser transitions. More seamlesser.
Seamlesser. So you want good words? Get a languager. Just saying.
Yeah, get a languager if you want good words. Oh, and I better like and share this video.
Yeah, you better.
Right?
And you better also, folks.
So I'm going to go to YouTube, and I'm going to check us out there.
All right. I always do that, like go YouTube and
Acts Media Group on YouTube.
AMG Studios.
And I'm a subscriber, so I always get a notification when we have it.
I do too, and it's awesome. It's awesome, just saying.
There we are. I'm going to turn my volume down so we don't get an echo. Turn off all my notifications and ringers. Yep. There we are. We are live there. Liking and sharing to Facebook.
Who's Sharon?
Sharon.
Life is like a pie in the face. Oh, that was from yesterday, wasn't it?
What?
Life is like a pie in the face. That was from the other day.
I changed it.
I know, but that was showing one from the other day. You have to scroll down a little bit further.
So you were seeing another.
Yeah. Like,
and what does it say?
Rather?
Does it say would you rather and all that?
Yeah, it says would you rather. The Morning Drive. Would you rather be 10 and know what you know now, or 40 with $10 million? Good morning, Larry Milton. We're glad to see you, as always. One of our top fans, if not the top fan. Well, he's not labeled as a top fan, and I wonder why. Because he always watches our stuff. Always.
Yeah, he's top fan status to us anyway. You don't need to have a little
he's
thing
definitely
by
top fan to us.
We know that. We know where our butter is breaded at.
Our butter is breaded at. Again, with the languager. We need a languager. All right, so I'm going to share this. I'm
going to search it with the little hourglass. Axe me at the top.
Media.
Now I can see you there.
On YouTube.
Exciting.
It is exciting.
Okay, so started. It's red.
All right. What about the other one? Is it red too?
Facebook is not.
Okay, so we're still working on that, folks. Looks like we're back up and going again. Oh.
It's interrupted. Yeah, video's interrupted.
Keep going.
We're full red on YouTube and Facebook now. I don't know if it...
I guess the live video has ended on Facebook. Did it not go back?
Yeah, they're on again.
Okay.
Both of them. So
All right.
it may have ended the video and started a new one?
It did end the video and start a new one. So let's do that again. Sorry, but YouTube is fine.
We're red now, both of them.
Okay. So what I did was I pulled it away from the wall because there's a bunch of metal things right beside it. I pulled it out away from the wall, and it did feel like it was kind of warm.
We're going to figure that out. We got to get that in here with the battery backup, and it's closer to the sources.
And possibly a fan.
Possibly a fan.
All right.
It should have a fan in it.
It does. All
would
right.
you rather?
So we're back on Facebook. And
I have an answer for this question. Would you rather,
Oh, yeah. I'm sure you've probably been thinking about it ever since we talked about it this morning.
I don't think we lost the live stream on YouTube.
No, we didn't. We did on Facebook. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, we did.
We did?
All right, so we're live now, and it's good. So welcome back, everybody.
Oh, we got to share it to Facebook again, don't we?
Yeah, I'm going to delete the other one.
Yeah. We got 5 people watching, so they're back.
Okay.
Our loyal followers are back. Let us know in the comments if you lost the stream or if it just glitched.
We did lose the stream because there was 2 of them. So what I did was I
deleted the first one.
I deleted the first one, and now we're going.
Hey, I cut my hair and stuff.
I know.
Yeah,
I thought your hair was just running from your face. You look really good.
Abe Lincoln. It's what I always do.
You look very handsome. You're a handsome man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And I got the ears, the wide ears, so I can hear pretty good.
Yeah.
Usually.
All right, so let me go ahead and share this again as Matt Pearson.
We got Julie Westlake, Jody Mayer. I heard
Jody Meyer.
We need to talk about Jody Meyer. We need to talk to you about co-hosting for Steve McAllister when he can't be here. I think he talked about that the other day.
Yeah.
Now we've got a topic which is would you rather, and the question was would you rather
Julie
be 10 years old again, knowing what you know now, or would you rather be 40 with $10 million? What about you, Matt?
Well, I'm reading Larry's messages. Larry's comments are pretty funny. He says, I said, don't repeat what I said. Oh, he said,
yeah.
He said he got a warning for that. Who did you?
Did he really?
From whom?
From who?
Did you get a warning from Facebook? I'm not a top fan anymore because I said something about what Jay could do to his foot to forget about his tooth hurting, and I got a warning for that. You got a warning from Facebook? Because I didn't send you a warning.
I didn't send you a warning. I thought it was funny.
Johnny Rooster says he would rather be 40 with $10 million.
I would too. That's my choice.
10
years
Steve
old,
McAllister,
knowing
hello?
what you know now. You know, I don't know. That's actually a tough choice when I think about being 10 years old again.
So, yes, he got a warning from Facebook.
I thought 10 million because when I was about 25 years old, I messed up my back really bad. I had paralysis, out for 2 years. And anyways, you all know the long story. But, and I thought, if I was 10 again, you know what you know now, accidents happen and you could end up in the same situation, right?
Yeah.
But
good morning, Velma.
Being 40 with $10 million, you know what I mean? I thought maybe I would take the $10 million because who knows what could happen between 10 and 40.
Yeah, and what it boils down to, would you rather have more time or more money?
I don't know. If I knew what I knew now when I was 10.
Yeah, you could definitely invest in stock markets.
I'd start right then.
Yeah. Your allowance would go into the stock market.
Yep. Less candy, brush my teeth more.
Your credit score could be started out properly. Like I would, $10 million sounds great.
Actually go to a trainer and learn body mechanics, which I would already know that.
I would rather go back to when I was 10 with all the knowledge I have today.
I think I would too.
I mean, I would definitely make sure that my children are stillborn.
If I knew then what I know now, I would have 10 million now.
Born still, not. That sounded terrible. What I just said.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said, well, I definitely would make sure that my children are stillborn.
I would definitely have my kids again.
Steve McAllister agrees with Johnny. I no longer want to go through puberty, Johnny Rooster said. Well, that's true. Puberty wasn't that bad for me.
I would definitely go through it again.
Yeah. I mean,
Knowing what I know now, I would go through it again.
Larry Melton says, I gave up on my first million. Now I'm working on the second million. Morning, Steve Schultz.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. How can they do that to Larry?
What?
Give him a warning. They can't censor our guests.
Well, they can send like if it doesn't
Who do they
jive
think
with the
they are?
community standards, if it goes against the
We set
community
the
standards.
community standards. This is our community.
Yeah, but obviously it was a joke, but the algorithm probably sent him the message out of like they have keywords, and I don't even remember exactly what it was. It was something about
Who do they have? Who do they think they are? They don't have a right to do that. We can ban people from it if they're out of line.
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know.
We try to be. Remember, we had a guy that was taking over the shows, and he did it for a couple of days before we banned him. We warned him several times. We have a right to decide who can say what here.
Yeah.
It's a closed community. People can join or decide they don't.
Well,
want
since
to
our
be
post is public, anybody can see it. Anybody can tune in.
here. Anybody can turn it off too.
Right. Exactly. And you would think that, but don't get mad about it. Don't, because they do that to everybody.
Yeah.
If they think it's violent, a lot of times, if it's graphic or violent, I guess the Facebook picks it up, the computer picks it up, singles it out, and then probably automatically sends a warning out. They didn't stop him from viewing, and I don't know if that's why you lost your
So they're a
top
publisher
fanship.
instead of a platform.
Yeah, but I guess so.
They've
I don't know.
chosen to be a publisher.
Yeah, well, I guess they choose whatever, whenever it suits them, however it suits them.
Gosh, I don't know. That's aggravating. But anyway, we love you, Larry. I thought your comment was great.
Yeah,
I guess
you can't let that stress you out. It's going to ruin your day. Don't even think about it. It's all right. Shoot was the word. Oh, yeah. He said shoot yourself in the foot to the word shoot because of all the gun stuff. That's a word you don't want to use. Like from now on, like spell it SHUT or something like that, because it picks up that word and it automatically, like, I guess, gets rid of it because it's considered, it's stupid.
so. We have, but
We love you
we've
too,
said it several
Larry.
times, and it has our text on. It has the closed caption on. So are they going to
Let's see if you like say the
send
word
us warnings?
like shoot a gun. Let me see what it says. I'm watching the.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. That's a tough decision about going back to be 10, what I know and know what I know now, or be 40 and to have $10 million. I think I would go back to be 10.
yeah.
First of all, I wouldn't make some of the mistakes I did, and I would have taken a lot of risks that I didn't take.
Yeah. I hope your tooth gets to feeling better. Stacy,
My tooth is feeling better.
well, no, she says, "Hey Matt, I hope your tooth gets to feeling better." Well, I don't have a tooth issue right now. But we love you too, Larry. Larry says, "I love you."
Yeah, I love you too, Larry.
Steve Schultz says, "Just say bang." Susan Burrows, good morning.
Yeah.
It's good to see you. Let me make sure I'm not missing any. I do love that. I gave up on my first million. Now I'm working on my second million. That's
Yeah,
funny.
that was funny. Yeah.
That is too funny. All right, just say bang. Steve McAllister says, "Love you, Larry." So we're undergoing. Yeah. Would you rather? I would rather go back to 10 with all the knowledge I have now. I don't,
I think I would.
because I would take my health more seriously. I would take my credit health more seriously.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change anything as far as, I mean, my testimony would be different, but that's not saying like, okay, so if that were to happen, theoretically, right, you would still have your testimony of I was a drug dealer.
You'd know about it.
And then I went back at age 10,
Yeah.
and that would just be added on to my testimony.
Right.
So I would still know about
Right.
being
so
a
you
drug
would
addict.
live to now, and
right.
then you go back to 10, so you'd still have your life that you lived.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I don't think time. I think time is relative. So no matter what, even if you went back to 10, you'd still run out of time eventually. So it's not like you'd really have.
God's
going to
bring you
more
home
time.
whenever He's done with you, whenever your job is
Yeah.
complete.
Yeah, I would have spoke up about more things than I did. I would have made some different decisions and not taken some risks that I
Yeah.
took. I would have taken some risks that I didn't take. I would
Yep.
definitely start at 15 years old investing into some kind of a market or
Yeah.
savings. Yeah.
I
And
would-
tithing regularly, everything.
Yeah.
Tithe everything. 10% goes to the church, and then give more.
Yeah. Stacy Wedeking, good morning. I meant to tell you that.
Yeah, good morning, Stacy.
So let me go back to my Yuba Tuba.
Yeah, my tooth is definitely feeling better. I had it pulled out. I was having a bad time with that tooth, man. It had broken off all the way to the gum line, and you know, if I was 10 again, I would definitely have better teeth too. I would have started taking care of them,
Yeah.
doing it the right way.
There was at one point when I was younger that I hardly ever brushed my teeth, and I went 15 years before seeing a dentist,
Yeah,
and even that was just to get a cleaning. And I had 100% coverage of plaque. You know how they put that dye in your
Oh,
mouth?
yeah.
And it was at a school, and
So we got a commercial coming up. We want you all to be aware of.
yeah. Commercials were shot and produced by Johnny Rooster, the commercial guy. Do you know that we have more capability on our phone today than they had on the first moon landing? Well, you know, besides landing on the moon. And then we'll have another couple would you rather questions too.
25 seconds to commercial. I'm going to get it set up. It's all set up. That green screen is going to make a difference on the commercials.
Yeah, and I'm really yeah.
Yeah, it will. Because I don't have to drop the layer.
That's true.
All right, and so
A word from our sponsor. Good morning, Cody Jackson.
our supporters. A word from our
supporters, our donors.
Yes. And we'll go to this. We're going to merge it over. And
This play-by-play has been brought to you by Jay.
we're there.
Play-by-play by Jay.
Oh. Messed it up already.
That's all right. You know, we're going to get better at this.
Unmute it so that it plays.
Yeah.
Medicare, Medicare, it can
I
be
thought that was Johnny.
Medicare, Medicare.
Are there any
it can
retiring
be
people that you're not able to help with health insurance?
No, usually most people who are ready for retirement, let's say they want to retire before 62, but they're not eligible for Medicare, I can help them with that as well through the marketplace or some other short-term medical plans that would suit them until they reach the age of Medicare, which is 65.
Da 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 da.
You know, you get into jams, and after 30 years, I've been in all of them pretty much. No, I shouldn't say that. People have to work harder to find things that I haven't experienced.
Who knows more about your lawn than you do? Kent Wood, 417-619-4441. Call that number, sweetie.
And we're back.
That voiceover was brought to you by Johnny Rooster, standing behind the camera at the moment. He's critiquing us, I feel like.
Hey, how come that moved?
Yeah, stop moving the camera while we're on here, Johnny. All right? It's like,
That camera disturbance brought to you by.
yeah, that was.
I'm like, what's going on here?
Somebody's asking, what does the snake have to do with Medicare?
That's good. A lot of people are scared of snakes and they're scared of Medicare. You can explain that little,
Whoa. That's a huge sign, Jay.
you know.
I don't
People
know
are
how it
scared
changed.
of
I think it's
snakes.
still zoomed in a little is what it is.
Is it too close?
Yeah.
We have it zoomed all the way out.
Yeah, all the way out. Wide. Yep, there we go.
Better?
Yes.
Yeah.
So people are scared of snakes and
people still understand snakes, and they're probably pretty scared of them. I love snakes.
Some people love snakes. Some people are naturally afraid of them.
I used to go into a pet store and play with the snakes like every day. I would walk around holding the snakes. They told me if I ever held the hamsters and the gerbils and stuff to not pick up the snakes after that.
You'll do well with Medicare when the time comes.
Yeah. Well, sorry, Cody replied. So, anyways, would you rather that sign is still hitting me in the face? It looks like.
Yeah, and it's not letting me shrink it.
This is a learning experience, isn't
How's
it,
that?
Jay? I don't know if there's a delay.
It's mucho better.
Steve Schultz does not like snakes.
How's that?
I'm still looking. We're just watching. Whoa. There you go.
Are you seeing that?
Yeah, I'm seeing it. So once we get the green screen up and everything and get that worked out, that won't be a problem because we can actually just leave it up there.
And it'll always be in the right frame.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
What?
Did you?
I zoomed in. That's
Okay.
what Johnny was trying to do, was get a better
Okay. Well,
frame.
now the wording is smaller.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess. Though that's because on that particular screen, the overlay is overlay number 2. It's a third layer. It's a third layer to that whole screen, but it'll be all right. Leave it like that. Just kind of drag it to the center. Huh? Oh, I can't see right now because it's a what is it called? A delay. I mean, as long as it's in the middle, I don't care. You can have it however you want. It's all you, bro.
I don't know how to do it.
Okay, so you know the screen with all the all 4 deals? You know the little tile? The input tile on the bottom? We're supposed to do this on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so click on it. Double click on it. The tile.
I'm just going to leave it alone.
The main tile.
I'm just going to leave it alone.
Oh, well, I mean, hey.
Yeah.
I was going to walk you through it.
Nah, we'll just go ahead and do that on Tuesdays because we don't want to use up everything Anyway.
Yeah. So, anyways.
So I'm getting rid of this because
Yeah,
now
it would be. See, we had somebody come in and zoom in the camera, and that's why if you're not watching, that's why we had to readjust everything.
Yeah.
So, no unauthorized zooming,
Yeah.
but it's good, Steve says, and I think it does kind of look good like that right there with the smaller, kind of in the middle. It's almost like you're driving towards that question, which the question is would you rather?
Yes.
The main question was, would you rather be 10 and know what you know now or 40 with $10 million? I mean, I guess
Yeah.
with $10 million, you could fix your credit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But
I mean, $10 million.
I wouldn't even really, I wouldn't even know what to do with that much money.
The thing about
I
it
wouldn't
too
want
is
that much
if
money.
you were 10 and knew what you knew now, I think your awareness of everything would make you also feel like you do now. So you could change some things. You could make some different decisions and take some different risks that would be better. Maybe understand better. But then you also you don't have the innocence of the childhood at 10. you know,
Right.
Where things are full of wonder and
Yeah.
excitement.
Yeah, well, that's true. You would definitely be an adult 10-year-old,
Yeah. Yeah. Which would,
which might drive you nuts.
it might be okay. I wonder.
Yeah.
So who knows how that works, right? Because once we figure out how to travel through time.
Jonathan Kretzman says, my grandma, oh, hey, Jonathan, long time no see, buddy. Says, my grandma was in the hospital, see snake cross symbol, and it freaked her out. Oh, the snake cross.
Oh, yeah.
And then, do you know what the first responder emblem stands for? Like, there is a snake, right?
Yeah, I used to know.
And then, like, I don't know.
See, if we were 10, we would know that.
Yeah, because,
Because we'd know what we
you
know now.
a snake and a
Only we would have
staff,
better memory.
question mark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the Moses thing? eating up the snakes?
I don't know.
We could Google it.
Yeah.
Oogla googla. I'm not going to do it, though.
Why not?
Why not?
So yeah, we could do. What does the snake and staff emblem mean? All right. So 2 snakes, angel wings, and a staff. The emblem consists of the United Nations symbol surmounted by a staff with the snake coiling around it. A staff and the snake has long been a symbol of medicine and the medical profession. It originates from the story of Asclepius, who was revered by ancient Greeks as a god of healing and whose cult involved the use of snakes. All right, so for the medical symbol with one snake, often mistakenly referred to as a caducus or caduceus, see rod of Asclepius. For uses, see caduceus, disambiguation, Hermes, ingui carrying a winged caduceus upright with left hand, Roman copy of the Greek, the 5th century. Okay, so that helped not at all. The image of serpents wrapped around a staff is familiar in the medical field, decorating pharmaceutical packaging and hospitals alike. Snake bites are generally bad news, so I think that might be, yeah. But Hermes, that's also the Hermes staff, too.
That is the Greek?
Mm-hmm. Yes. The image of the serpents wrapped around the staff, a familiar one in the medical field, decorating pharmaceutical packaging in hospitals alike. Snake bites are generally bad news. And so the animal might seem ill-fitting as the symbol of the medical profession, but the ancient emblem actually has quite a story behind it. There are actually 2 versions of the symbol. The winged version is known as the caduceus, and the stick is actually a staff that was carried by the Olympian god Hermes. In Greek mythology, Hermes was a messenger between the gods and humans, which explains the wings, and a guide to the underworld, which explains the staff. Hermes was also the patron of travelers, which makes his connection to the medicine appropriate because in the olden days, doctors had to travel great distances by foot in order to visit their patients. In one version of Hermes, the myth is given the staff by Apollo, the god of healing. In other versions, he receives the staff from Zeus, the king of the gods, and it is entwined with 2 white ribbons. The ribbons were later replaced by serpents. And as one story tells, Hermes used the stick to separate 2 fighting snakes when they coiled around his staff and remained there in balanced harmony. Okay, so that's some interesting stuff that we didn't know we were going to learn today.
Doesn't make sense to me.
I don't either. It doesn't make sense to me either. Now, I know that the barbershop pole, the stripes on a barbershop pole mean different things.
Yep.
Like red means that they bloodlet. I can't remember now. It's very interesting, though, that they still use that at barbershops, because back in the old days, barbers were also doctors, dentists, and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
They did a little bit of everything.
Yeah, which I suppose makes sense, if you're using, because they use razors to cut hair, too.
Mm-hmm.
So you cut somebody pretty good. You don't want to go, uh-oh, now what do I do?
It's a type of sign used by barbers to signify a place or shop where they perform their craft. The trade sign is by tradition dating back to the Middle Ages. I don't know about that. A staff or a pole with a helix or colored stripes, often red and white in many countries, but usually red and blue and white in the United States. The stripes are white, red, and blue on an angle that turns in a. Well,
How about if you were 10 again? What would you do?
what would I do? Oh man,
Yeah.
I would eat more vegetables. I would appreciate the naps that I was forced to take.
Right, the 401z.
Yeah,
I remember you took that.
401z
Yeah,
plan.
you came up with that. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I would probably make some better decisions if I knew what I know now.
Yeah.
Um,
I think I would talk to my parents more.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I talked to Dad a lot before, years before he passed. Him and I we talked.
Well, I mean,
Pretty
at
much.
10 years old, I think I would probably, talk to my parents more about what was going on in my life and what to do, for better instruction, I think.
Yeah. Well, what it tells you, if you listen to your parents, you'll
Yeah.
live longer
Yeah.
because you can live from their mistakes, learn from their mistakes,
Yeah.
and their wisdom.
Yeah, and they will teach you if you listen, and I don't think I listened very well. I would do better in school.
Yeah.
I would definitely do better in school, and I would appreciate my teachers and not consider them to be people who imposed restraint, but rather as people who were there for a purpose, and that purpose was to teach me whatever I wanted to know, whatever I could know,
Right.
and that they had enough information to give me that was limitless, basically,
Yeah. Yeah.
especially in its use later on.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I would do that. I probably would have gotten involved more in some extracurricular, probably the arts. I think,
Would you start building furniture earlier in life?
oh yeah, yeah. Well, not really, because I started that pretty young.
Maybe
My
apprentice
dad
to
was
an
in-
actual, an actual furniture designer.
Yeah, probably. I would do all that stuff, which I kind of do now, but I would do it probably earlier.
Hmm.
Learn how to use basic hand tools and not power tools. Yeah, how to use them, sharpen them, keep care for them so that they last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool. I mean, man, that's a pretty broad question
Health? Yeah, I think, maybe go back to 10.
because there's so much. There's
As long
so
as I got
much
to
you can
live to be 40 before I went back. You know
do.
what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. So you would have 40 years of knowledge.
If I just all of a sudden at 10 years old was imparted with the knowledge that I have
That'd
now,
be too much.
I don't think I would go back, because then you don't live the childhood. But if you go up to 40 and then start over at 10, I think I would do that, because then you'd still have your childhood and have lived it with the excitement and the wonder and the mistakes and all that. That's what gives you the knowledge.
Because we definitely make mistakes. when
But
we're
now
kids.
if all of a sudden I stopped at 10 and was imparted the knowledge I have now without having lived to 40, I don't think I would go back.
No, because it would drive you insane. It'd be too much, I think.
I don't know that it would be too much, but I think there are some things that the knowledge would have kept me from doing that I would wish that I had done. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, it's such
this
a cool
is a heavy.
question.
This is a very heavy topic.
It is, if you're going to think about it seriously. And I think sometimes reflection in that way can make you think more close for the future,
Pastor Paul, are you talking about unfinished business? At Northwest, we will be looking at what it means to finish this Sunday. Can't wait. So,
Not really thinking about unfinished business. So, did he get the question?
probably. But he's also letting everybody know he's getting ready to do a sermon this Sunday on unfinished.
At Northwest.
It's probably going to
Come
have
see us.
something to do with all the unfinished projects that
Yeah,
we've
so-
got out there.
Now, they have from, 9,
From 8:30
8:30?
to 9:30.
You
is
don't
the
even have
outdoor.
to get out of your car.
Nope. You go
We
up,
have
pull
an
up.
FM channel. You tune in, listen to it. Pastor's right
87.9.
there, music and everything.
Yep.
Then we go from there inside.
Inside.
And if you want to come in, you can do that.
And that's from 9:30 to 10:30 is the Bible study or the Sunday school, essentially. They're in the main part of the church.
Yep.
Sanctuary, in the sanctuary.
Yes.
And then from 10:45 to probably like 12 something, we have the worship and the message, and then of course altar calls and things like that, because you can't have any kind of church without an altar call. I believe that's one of the most important parts about it, is the response time at the end. To be able to respond to what God is saying in your life and in your heart. Unfinished business. I'm not a finisher, Larry says.
Now, I don't know if you think
Morning,
about
Becky
that
Green.
too. If you had the knowledge of your experience with God and your relationship with God when you were 11,
That would be, be 2 years early. Because I gave my heart to God when I was 12.
right? But then the experience of having God in your life until you're 40. That's
Probably.
why I say if you just got I think that would make the decision more difficult if you didn't get to live to 40 and then go back to 10.
Jesus is the finisher, he says. That's true. He said, it is finished.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. I can't wait.
Yeah.
So check it out. Come on in. I get to go to church Sunday morning.
Yes.
Nice. Well, didn't you go last Sunday? I saw you there. I got to use that new microphone. I was pretty happy about that. I'm all wireless
I
up there
don't know
now.
how people aren't flooding into the churches.
You know, Paul and I was talking, Pastor and I was talking about that. It's frustrating because we don't want the numbers for the sake of the numbers.
Yeah.
We want people to come in and hear the word and learn.
What are people's experience in churches? Because I don't understand that. For me, I think Dr. Paul set it off. Dr. Paul Collins set it off in the right direction for me as far as church goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he just immediately found a place for me to serve.
Yeah.
And to be appreciated.
And was
and
like,
to have a purpose.
And that was your first day going, hey,
Which
do you
I
want to
didn't
operate this?
take that on fully
No.
in that context in the actual Sunday church through Acts, but it translated into what we're doing here now,
Ooh,
and
it's
ended
time for
up
us to
over
get-
time being what? Oh yeah, we're done.
Man, we should have started that conversation earlier. We might go back onto it tomorrow. We might touch on it a little bit more tomorrow. Anyways. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us on the Morning Drive today. We'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. Be sure and tune in next for the Morning Mouth with Johnny Rooster, followed by Open Ended with Peggy Lee and Jeff with the G. I'm not sure if it'll be a classic episode or not, because I think they just got back from their vacation last night. So until then, my friends, God bless you and keep you. We love you. My name is Matt,
My name is Jay.
and this has been The Morning Drive.